What up, guys? It is Legic, and today is Train Your Dragon Jockey. Sounded better in my head. Anyways, so what happens is How to Train Your Dragon is actually pretty good. I am very impressed with DreamWorks. Creators of Shrek. We had Puss in Boots, and we also had Wild Robot. I'm very impressed with what they do. But to see them make a live action did concern me a little bit because I feel like they're so good at animated movies, and animated movies are so beautiful, but unfortunately, live action ones just get people's attention, and those are the moneymakers, and it's all about money in the world. You can have a beautiful film, like even the A24s, like low budget ones, it's about making that money. And what happened is, How to Train Your Dragon, I would recommend not to watch the original if you go to see this live action one. The reason why is because for me personally, I have ADHD, and this annoyed me, but what happens is a lot of the shots from the original animated movie, which, by the way, a lot of the characters return, like you have Gerald Butler as Stoic, and a few other ones that if you catch on, but essentially, let's say Hiccup and Toothless are on this side, right? Like the camera angle's this way. In the action version of it, like during the scenes and then towards the live action, like in a lot of the moments, it's flipped and it drives me insane. So here's the original scene in the animated, like Toothless is here, I'm Hiccup, right? If I go to the live action one, it's like this. Here's Hiccup, here's Toothless. On a weirdly weird, like 90-degree angle, sometimes like a full 180, and it drove me insane because I was like, beautifully animated, beautiful story. Mason Thames, Mason Thames, who was gonna be in the new Black Phone movie, did a really good job as Hiccup, but it drove me crazy because in my head the whole time I'm like, this is a beautiful scene, but I'm like, why did they just leave it? Like if they were gonna go through the shot by shot comparison, just leave it then. And they did add a couple scenes, like there's that were new, and then I'm not saying for every angle, but 95% of the angles, it's like you saw the animated one, right? So you know how like it was this way? It's this way. You know how it was that way? It's that way. It drives me insane, but pretty much the movie's shot for shot, and like I did mention, this would be a hard one to spoil because everything is the same from the animated one. But like I said, I recommend don't watch it because that's just me personally. I have ADHD, but if you're someone that gets like annoyed with things like that, so little things, you'll be annoyed as I was, but I still loved it. In terms of the movie, there's two scenes that get added in, like when they learn about the trials and they get that big book of dragons. Astrid and Hiccup have like a good 2 minute heartfelt scene, and that's pretty good. And then there's one later on with Stoic, which is pretty much a more comparison of the dragons and how they treat them. Those are the only two really major spoilers. Realistically, the big dragon's still there. He dies, and Hiccup still loses his leg. So have a good one.